Welcome to the mighty Trigon, the smallest surface in combat sports. There's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. This isn't your average combat sport. 90% of our fights end with a knockout. And it all goes down inside the mighty Trigon. This is bare knuckle boxing.
The Trigon has returned to the land of the dragon for the third time. Beautiful Cardiff, Wales, as we are inside the sold-out Vale Arena for what will be a great night of fights again. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Goldberg. Welcome to BKB 40 as we continue, not just all of us here at BKB, but for you, the great combat sports fans around the world. We continue to enjoy a meteoric rise, and what a meteoric rise it continues to be. Not one, but two titles are on the line tonight, and in the main event of the evening, it is the Welsh champion, Liam Rocky Rees, looking to defend his title for the very first time. He earned the belt with a highlight reel knockout of Scott McHugh. He'll be up against it, a man who has never been stopped, a true bare knuckle veteran, Martin the Rebel Reffell. That is our main event of the evening for the Super Welterweight World Championship. In the co-main event, Big Pod, Dan Podmore, enters the Trigon for his 6th straight title fight, first defense of his BKB Bridgerweight World Championship. He faces the Slavic warrior, Emil Markic, unbeaten in bare knuckle, owner of 36 glove victories, 27 of those victories coming by way of knockout. It truly is difficult to get a better environment than what we have here in Cardiff, Wales. And when you have a Welsh champion named Rocky in the main event of the evening, it just makes us want to get things started. So Lee Thompson, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, bare knuckle fans, to those of you watching around the world, welcome to Cardiff, Wales. Tonight is BKB 40, a Cardiff brawl-free, 2 world titles on the line. Who will come out victorious in the mighty Trigon? And now, ladies and gentlemen, we start our main card contest. But before we do, Cardiff, Wales, let me ask you a question. Are you ready? Well, let's get the action started. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing the white trunks and gold trim. He stands 6 foot tall, official weight 189.2 pounds. Making his BKB debut inside a mighty Trigon, a veteran of over 50 gloved boxing contests. Ladies and gentlemen, from Chelsea, England, please welcome Dan Worsfold. And facing him across the mighty Trigon in the red corner, wearing the white, red, and green shorts. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 189 pounds. A fantastic bare knuckle record, 9 victories, 4 defeats, 8 of those wins by way of knockout. 5 of those KOs coming in the very first round. He's the former British and 2 times BKB champion of the world. From Swansea, Wales, it's Dan Lerwell. Your referee in charge, Big Clive Allison.
Our tale of the tape for this first fight of the night, brought to you by Vortex. 38-year-old Dan Lerwell against 39-year-old Danny Worsfold. The rest is virtually identical. Here we go. Lerwell, white, red, and green trunks. White with gold for the man making his debut, Danny Worsfold. He wants to fight fire with fire. Said I'm a huge problem. Firefights are something Dan Lerwell does not dislike, as you can see right there, right now.
Dan Lerwell has just used the body shot to great effect, and we know how debilitating that can be. You don't need to knock him out if you work the body. Work the body, and you've got the fight.
Dan did not have things go his way, although he said he was in great shape, ready to go. Second knockdown scored quickly at the right hand of Jerome Hatch. But Lerwell, looking to return to his winning ways, off to a great start.
Unbelievable. It means business.
2 knockdowns in less than a minute.
You know, it hurt him being beaten by Jerome Hatch.
And again. He said he was ready. He was all set. He was in a great place. He got caught with the right hand. And it is all over. Just like that. Dan Lerwell. 3 knockdowns and a victory. The 10th bare knuckle victory of his career.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Super Cruiserweight contest comes to a close of the 1 minute and 11 seconds of the very first round. Let's hear it for your winner by knockout in the red corner, Dan Lionheart Lerwell.
YB at the time, 30, Cardiff, Wales, 22 seconds of finish. Back here in Cardiff tonight, Dan Lerwell, 1 minute, 11 seconds, knockout victory. Congratulations to Lionheart. He'll get the medal from Scott Burt. He'll get a chance to visit with Gareth A. Davies.
I'm with the victor, Dan Lerwell. Brilliant clinch work at the beginning. You don't get paid for overtime in this sport. You smothered all his work.
Yeah, I've been working on clinch work and stuff, a bit of different stuff. As you know, I'm getting on now. So I'll be honest, if I lost tonight, it would be my last fight. But I'm going to carry on now.
Back in the win column as well.
Back in the winning column. There's a guy here tonight. I got a lot of respect for him. I think he's an amazing fighter. How would you like to see me and Jack Marshman in Wales? Be the biggest bare knuckle Welsh fight ever been seen.
So you drop back down to cruiserweight to fight him?
Yeah, I'll be dropping down to 84 kilos from now on.
Dan Lerwell, everybody, let's hear it!
Dan Lerwell, last fight? I guess not. Boxer tomorrow, he was doing the weigh-ins, got in a car, he's arrived. There he is, all 6, 7 of them. Big Bo, it's all yours.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Cardiff for BKB 40, this bout is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in the Super Welterweight division inside the smallest surface in combat sports, BKB's Mighty Trigon, and is brought to you by Clue Nicotine Pouches. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Andy Albrighton. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with red trim, he stands 5 feet, 6 inches tall. He weighed in at 149 pounds even. He holds a professional bare knuckle record of 3 victories versus 3 defeats, and he fights out of Mogino, Poland, introducing Marcin Psycho Kosiak. And now his opponent standing across the Trigon, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the pink trunks with white trim, he stands 5 feet, 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 150 pounds. He holds an even professional bare knuckle record of 1 victory versus 1 defeat, and he fights out of Abergavenny, Wales, introducing Martin Mr. Pink McDonough.
Our tail of the tape for this Super Welterweight matchup brought to you by Taco Farms. 36-year-old McDonough against 37-year-old Kosiak. 3-inch reach and height advantage for Mr. Pink. Here we go. In the pink trunks, Mr. Pink, Martin McDonough. Black trunks for Marcin Kosiak. Both men have earned victories in the Trigon.
This is an absolute contrast in styles. Mr. Pink has all the class and style and technique. Marcin Kosiak, by his own admission, no technique, but he's aggressive.
Let's see if he can utilize the aggressiveness in a technical way, because if you overextend against someone who's got the boxing skills like McDonough, you may pay a big price.
And McDonough's got great MMA record as well.
Yes.
Oh, shot from Kosiak though.
Kosiak,
Right.
let's go. He said the Trigon, less space, I love that.
And he's buzzing from his last win, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Street mentality, he says he's got.
McDonough 2 weeks ago was in the States cornering Jackhammer Marshman. Marshman, one of his longtime training partners, along with Gareth Gatchi Williams and Joe Calzaghe Jr.
What he said to us, Mr. Pink, he said, look, one of my weaknesses, I've got to stop being hit by those overhand rights. He's been hit twice already tonight with them.
Yep. Gatchi and his fiancée, Stephanie Evans, in the corner of Mr. Pink tonight, just about at the midway point of round number 1. Both men looking for their second Trigon victories. McDonough in the pink, Kosiak in the black.
That right again is dangerous. He just caught him again. Not power, but caught him. Oh, now he's talking to him.
Now a little talk back and some non-verbal coming from Martin McDonough. Putting on a show early.
He's trying to get inside his head, isn't he?
Yeah. Just missed with that left hook, Tom. That's a slip.
No, it's a slip. But remember, Kosiak, he was a really bad person. Let me tell you, he was all sorts of problems. Now he's only bad in the ring. He's a reformed character, but he's not scared of anybody.
Nope. Came to England 13 years ago and has turned his life around. Admirably so. McDonough.
A little bit wild, though, I think, from Kosiak. He's swinging, but he's not hitting. And when you throw that many punches and you don't connect, you're wasting energy.
Tom, you mentioned earlier about McDonough being well-versed in the MMA. He's made a big point of telling us the last few fights now, MMA's done for him. It is all about boxing, because this is where he sees his future to be very bright.
Well, his wife fights as well.
Yeah.
Kosiak's been tagged a few times now, and I think he keeps getting tagged in the face, Kosiak. It won't last too long if he keeps. He's a mark under his left eye as well.
His last fight, he came up a weight class for the opportunity. Was finished in round 3 by Aaron McCallum. Back to his ideal weight, round number 2. Mr. Pink in the pink. Marcin Kosiak in the black trunks. Kosiak looking to land that big hammer of a left hook. McDonough, very composed.
He throws that right all the time as well, Kosiak. The left he's trying to tempt you with the left to defend against the left, and then he swings the big overhand right.
In that group of fighters, I mean, Joe Calzaghe Jr. is a tremendous trainer, and his father was pretty good boxer.
His dad was decent, by the way.
Yeah, a little bit.
And very popular in this part of the world.
Absolutely. This is his land. A Hall of Famer, unbeaten in his professional career.
Good body shot from McDonough as well. We haven't seen an awful lot of that, but if McDonough goes downstairs, he can actually cause Kosiak a lot of problems if he drops his guard. Oh, he's knocked him.
There you go, first knockdown scored here in round number 2.
And it really wasn't a big overhand, it was just almost like a jab.
Yep. Well, you step into it the right way, and it has some power.
In bare knuckle, it certainly does.
Yeah. And Martin has said, and he said it humbly though, he said, I feel I hit differently. I can't explain it. People I spar with, people I've fought, have all said the same. It's just got scary power, even though many don't expect it. Once they get hit, then
100%.
we know what's going on.
But this Kosiak gets hurt and just keeps coming back.
Absolutely.
They're the worst sort of fighters. He gets put down and just keeps coming back and swinging. So you've got to be careful you don't get tagged by him. Bleeding profusely from the below the eye as well, Kosiak now. Yeah, he wants it looked at.
That's nasty.
Yeah, it is.
Under the left eye.
I'm the man, he said. I'm the man.
He doesn't have to convince us.
No, we know.
I I did talk to him at length a few weeks back in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, when he was there with Jackhammer, and Martin said, I cannot wait to get back in there. My weight class, my time, my home, my time to showcase.
And it does take time to settle into BKB because he was in MMA and all the rest of it.
It is all over.
It's over.
The fight has been stopped. Mr. Pink with the victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Andy Albrighton calls a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 4 seconds of the second round, declaring your winner by TKO, Mr. Pink, Martin McDonough.
Martin McDonough, happy to be back to his winning ways, especially here at home. He will visit with Gareth A. Davies.
We're in the ring dancing with Mr. Pink himself. Poise, precision, footwork, movement, and you got to enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I was enjoying myself. They told me in the corner to stop enjoying myself so much. They said, you're winning, but can you just put a bit more pressure?
It was your wife telling you, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it's the only time I listened to her, like you said.
What do you want next? It was a brilliant performance. You said you weren't going to get involved in a brawl. You enacted your game plan. What next for you?
Obviously, I'd like to fight in America. They all know that. I've told them all enough times. They know I won world titles. I've told you, I've told everyone else. So get me in the rankings, get me a world title fight, and I'll give exactly the same as what's just happened there.
Well, he said it. Let's hear it for Martin McDonough, Mr. Pink. Back to you guys.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Cardiff, our next bout is in the featherweight division, scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Ian John Lewis. And this bout is brought to you by Takeo Farms. CBD you can trust. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with gold and red trim. He stands 5 feet, 6 inches tall. He weighed in at 126 pounds. Tonight, he makes his bare knuckle debut, fighting out of Cramlington, England, Callum Nulty. And now his opponent standing across the trigon, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the green trunks with camouflage and silver trim. He stands 5 feet, 3 inches tall. He weighed in at 124.9 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare knuckle record of 1 victory, opposite no defeats, and he fights out of Swansea, Wales. Introducing Ash Bash Williams.
Ian John Williams giving the final instructions to our fighters. Featherweight fight. Here we go. Ash Bash Williams. Green with the black and red trunks for his opponent, 24-year-old Callum Nulty, a front foot boxer.
We know what Ash has got. We don't know what Callum's got. He's new to us. We're going to have a look at him. But he comes with a good record. He's got height and reach. Will he use that to his advantage? Oh, what a shot from Ash Williams. Wow.
Boom. It is all over, just like that. Ash Bash is 2-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ian John Lewis calls a stop to this contest at 37 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by knockout, Ash Williams.
Very humble when he's asked about his ultimate goals. He says, I just want to be the best me. And we have seen a better version of quote-unquote me in Ash Bash the last few fights.
Without a question. And he's got ambition. This fight is only a step. It's only one rung in the ladder that he's prepared for himself in his head. And that ends in America winning the world diamond belt. That's what he's got in his mind. He wants to be there.
His son is loving it. Dad's not much taller, by the way. Sorry, Ash. Here's Gareth A. Davies.
Well, our proud Welsh regiment fighter Ash the Bash Williams, no overtime, 37 seconds.
Didn't even get
Talk us
caught
through it.
once. Didn't even get caught once. I told you that I don't mean to disrespect anybody in this game. I'm a fighter. You watch my amateur fights, they're always exciting. I always come to entertain. Whether it's 30 seconds, whether it's 5 rounds, I'm going to entertain the crowd. I hope you all enjoyed today, and I hope you all have a good night. One thing I do hope is obviously quite a bad knockdown there. I thought he's fair play to him for getting up. I caught him quite clean. So I hope he's all right, and I hope doctor goes back and I hope he gets checked out.
Well, I thought you were the opposite of any kind of disrespect, because you helped him back to the corner because you were aware that that was a terrible knockdown, that he landed heavily.
Yeah. It definitely landed nice and clean, didn't it? Nice shot. Hope you all were entertained. I hope you all got your money's worth out of the 30-odd seconds that it landed. But thank you all for coming out. I got a few tables over there that came and paid to come and watch me, which is I'm really thankful for that.
You got your son here as well. Is he going to go into the ring as well?
My son's had fights, amateur. But he's an incredible rugby player, and that's what he enjoys. So.
Well, we need that in Wales at the moment, don't we?
100%. Yeah, but he's an incredible rugby player. He's got an incredible team. He's in the finals, in the plate finals, playing in Cardiff Arms Park on Wednesday with his team Brecon. So good luck to Brecon in the 13s in the finals on Wednesday.
Finally, Ash, 100 amateur fights, a Commonwealth medal for Wales. Are you going for a title push?
Look, I'll leave that down to yous. We'd like to go to America. Jim, where are you? Where are you, Jim? We deserve a trip. Yeah, I want to go to America. Give me anyone in the top 5, anyone at featherweight in the top 5. I'll take anyone, and I'll take it at any notice. You give me 2 weeks. I'm a bantamweight fighter, and I walk around at like 54 kilos. I don't do pounds, sorry. So 54 kilos. 57 kilos, 125 pounds is easy to make.
Okay, I feel a jumbo cross the water coming on for Greg Bloom and Mike Vasquez. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, Ash the Bash Williams. Well, you can hear the support behind me. Brutal fight coming up May the 31st. Gustavo Trujillo, tell us about camp and how much you're looking forward fighting for the BKB heavyweight belt.
Yes, you know, I'm keep fit all the time, so it's not really changing my camp. Next month I'm start 3 weeks sparring with different sparring partner.
I hear Trujillo's watching tonight. You got a message for him?
Yeah, train hard. We have give good fight, and see you soon.
What does it mean to you? What would it mean to you to win the belt and bring it back? I know you live in the UK, but to bring it back to Poland.
Yes, it's a big opportunity for me, you know. I'm training hard. I know this fight is not gonna be easy, you know, because Gustavo is very good fighter, sharp, quick. But I wanna win this fight, and I want to take this belt to home.
You've heard it here. He's going to take his belt to home. We've got massive, brutal fights coming up just after this. Don't miss it. Don't blink. Don't put the teacup on.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, 5 3-minute rounds in BKB's light heavyweight division inside the smallest surface in combat sports, BKB's Mighty Trigon. This bout is brought to you by Vortex Competitions. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Andy Albrighton. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim, he stands 6 feet, 1 inch tall. He weighed in at 167.2 pounds. Tonight, he is making his bare knuckle debut, fighting out of Novozomsky, Slovakia, introducing the man from Slovakia, Roberto Koky. And now his opponent standing across the Trigon, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim, he stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 168 pounds. He holds an undefeated professional bare knuckle record of 1 victory, opposite no defeats, and he fights out of right here in Cardiff, Wales. Introducing Keiron the Hurricane Hardy.
Here we go. Keiron Hardy in the black and gold trunks. Nice sharp jab early. Black and blue trunks for Robert Koky. Blue, gray, you know, they kind of fade together.
Whatever, yeah, absolutely.
I'm colorblind.
Listen, you'd never have guessed.
Yeah.
But now, he looks like Koky's going to try and make it an untidy fight.
Yep, yep.
Because he knows how good a boxer Harding is. Now Harding has got to make sure that he keeps him at range.
And Koky does have a mixed martial arts background, so if he can get in tight, utilize the clinch, that may be an advantageous spot for the fight to take place for the man from Slovakia. They tie up. Last time out, debut for Keiron Harding. He became just the 4th fighter to stop Johnny Lawson. Did it in 1 minute and 5 seconds right here in Cardiff.
And look at his eyes. He doesn't swing, Harding. He looks and tries to pick the punch. That's a great skill.
Long right hand, Tom, by Koky, who said he started training 5 years ago for utilizing the hands and the hands only. Now, that said, you utilize the clinch as well. They tie up.
Just a bit untidy to start, isn't it? Just a little bit untidy.
Koky told us his fighting style is one that adapts to the circumstances, but in every match he goes for the win, known for his durability.
Interesting to see Harding. You watch him, he boxes on the back foot a lot as well.
Yep.
He gets in and out very well. His feet are great.
And while most will say, oh, the Trigon, man, that is, and it is the smallest surface in combat sports, he said his movement was right inside the Trigon, so he felt like he had plenty of space to stay composed and fight his fight.
Absolutely. I'm watching him now. His eyes are so focused on his opponent. And he's waiting to pick that shot. You can see that right hand. There it goes.
Long combination and a tie-up again. Keiron Harding turns those shoulders over beautifully.
A little bit of blood on his nose, though, Harding.
Extending that 69-inch reach. Just waiting for an opening. Final seconds of round 1. Swing and a miss by Koky. Keiron the Hurricane Harding.
Now that's better. You'd like to see him work off that jab now. Oh, he's down. Both.
Black and blue trunks for Robert Koky, who just scored an early knockdown here in round number 2. Koky's game.
For sure.
Harding swinging away. Great start to round number 2. A boxer since age 13.
He works the jab well, Harding. I'd like to see him work off the jab as well, though. There's got to be something on the end of the jab.
A lot of movement from Koky. He loves the right hand over the top, which is the one we showed the replay of.
And listen, Slovakians are tough. He's come tough. But we didn't know anything about him. We're finding out how tough and durable he is. Good shot.
I was only disappointed that he didn't know Marion Gabriel. First ever pick of the Minnesota Wild.
To be fair, I was in his club. I didn't know either.
Yeah. My son and I, our hockey is the Bible along with this. The ultimate proving ground, the Trigon. And that is scored a knockdown, so one each.
He's marked on the side of his face as well, Koky. I tell you what he is good at, Koky, is that little jab comes through. But there's nothing on the end of it.
Right.
It's okay having a jab, but you've got to come with something else. And you watch his left jab, it's good, but nothing on the end of it.
They tie up again, less than a minute on the clock. Here in round number 2, both men have scored a knockdown.
And of course now when you get down, no.
My, what a job by Robert Koky. How did he stay up? That is tremendous.
And the longer the rounds go, the more tired you get, then you're going to get hurt.
Yep.
He's got a real mark on the left side of his face, Koky.
Ducked under. Impressive movement.
From both fighters, to be fair.
Absolutely. But we expected it from Harding. We weren't sure what we would see from the newcomer. Big swing and a miss from Keiron Harding. As we near the end of another great round.
Harding's gone hunting. He feels he's got it.
No knockdown there.
No.
Koky came out, and he was the man who was the aggressor, Tom.
He came out aggressive, but did he have anything of any consequence? That's what I'm
Well, Harding knocked Keiron down.
Well, fair, but Harding looks to me like he feels the wind's there if he comes hunting, and he's hunted him there, and he's put him down.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
Take a look. There's the knockdown scored by Robert Koky. And then, fair play. They tie up. But both men with knockdowns in round number 2. Round 1 very close. Fight scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Round number 3, Keiron Harding, black and gold trunks. Black and blue trunks for Robert Koky.
They're both tough guys, that's for sure. You know, Koky's more aggressive when he's been hit.
Yeah. Well, you said, hey, those men who fight from Slovakia are tough fighters.
Absolutely.
And we're seeing it right here. He changed his work schedule, did Robert Koky, so he can train 2 times a day. He wants this to be his future. Asked of his greatest influence, and he said, the notorious one, Conor McGregor, and he said it's because Conor made it from 0 to hero, and that's what Robert Koky wants to do. Humble beginnings.
What a body shot.
Trying to survive against a top-level boxer. Great flurry. And out of the corner again, though.
He's hunting him down now. He's chasing him down. And he's tagging him too many times.
Left hook glances off the face of Harding. Has his wife's name, Sam, on the front of his trunks. Harley and Blake, his 2 sons, also on the trunks of the Hurricane, Cardiff, Wales' own Keiron Harding. Midway point of this 5-round fight.
Yeah, good shot again. If I'm honest, I think he's tiring quicker.
It is all over! Keiron Harding with the victory And he earned it. Round number 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Andy Albright calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 41 seconds of the 3rd round, declaring your winner by knockout and still undefeated, Keiron, the Hurricane Hardy!
Knocked down in round number 2 by Koky. In fact, that was the first knockdown of the round. Keiron answered, and then Keiron finished in the 3rd round to move to 2-0. He will visit with Gareth A. Davies.
Keiron Hardy, in a very smart performance. You had to hit shit right hands, a heavy shot in the 2nd round, take a knee. Are you happy with that performance?
No, that's the worst I will ever box. And that's hands down. I got caught with stupid shots. I didn't really box. I come into the fight, I took a bit of what he'd done on social media personal, and I tried to hurt him straight away. Polar management, putting a target on my face, saying that I'm dead. I don't do shit like that. So I took that personal, and it affected my performance, so well done for that. And it won't happen again.
Wins over Joe Lawson and Koky now. Where do you want to take this?
I'll go back, I'll watch this back, I'll work on what I did wrong, and then we'll speak to Jim about, a ranked fighter, but going off that performance, I need to go back to work for a bit.
You're about the only Welshman tonight who haven't asked to get on a jumbo jet to go to America.
They can come to me.
There you go, Keiron Harding. Everybody enjoy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next bout is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Clive Allison. And this bout is brought to you by Clue Nicotine Pouches. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with white trim, he stands 5 feet, 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 152.8 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare knuckle record of 1 victory, opposite no defeats. And he fights out of Swansea, Wales, introducing Gypsy Joe Smith! And now his opponent, standing across the trigon, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim, he stands 5 feet, 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 155.5 pounds. He holds a bare knuckle record of 4 victories versus 3 defeats. And he fights out of Ely, Cambridgeshire, Wales, making his bare knuckle return tonight. Please welcome El Tornado, Tyler Goodjohn!
Here we go. Tyler Goodjohn, black and gold trunks. Joe Smith in the blue, and he is coming out firing.
Wow, he has come out the blocks quick.
Watch for the back of the head. Warning for Gypsy Joe when they get in tight like that. Gypsy Joe coming off a great debut. Been a while since Tyler Goodjohn has been inside the bare knuckle boxing combat world. Over the top again, nice uppercut from Gypsy Joe. Oh, that one you could hear, Tom.
He's not allowing Goodjohn to settle.
Nope.
He's come hunting, trying to get him involved straight away, and it's a great tactic, to be fair, because Goodjohn's a good fighter.
And Goodjohn did say to us that he does cut, so he's got to be careful. He also said, I'm not a reptile, I don't regenerate. But big shots early from Gypsy Joe.
I think he's using his height as well. He's keeping away and then getting out and getting him very quickly. Oh, a little word from the ref.
Got to be careful. Clash of heads. Clive Allison, truly one of the best in the game. Goodjohn after the break trying to come out and get a little momentum himself. Midway point of round number 1.
How quick is Smith, by the way?
Oh, absolutely.
Speed is excellent. Hand
Old
speed.
school fighter.
Old school hand speed is excellent.
Speed, power. Fighting at home, he said, means the absolute world to me. He's fighting for Swansea. Sharp jab from Goodjohn.
Do you know what I
Returned
like?
home, Tom, after living in the States and was away from boxing for 7 years.
What I'm loving, though, when Tyler tags him, he isn't backing off. He comes straight back with a punch. You hit me, his counter-punching's excellent tonight.
What a great start to this 5-round fight. Still to come, diamonds and gold, the co-main and the main event of the evening. Uppercuts. Again. Some blood coming from the ear, the left ear of Tyler Goodjohn.
He's very tough, though, and durable, Goodjohn. But he's been out a long time.
He has. As I mentioned, nearly 2 years since his last bare knuckle bout, but he's pouring it on
Good
here
body.
at the end of the round. Round number 2. Mike Goldberg, Tom Ross, Gareth A. Davies, and of course, Big Bo. Great to be here again in Cardiff, Wales. Black and gold for Goodjohn, blue trunks for Gypsy Joe Smith. Good movement here early in round 2 from Goodjohn.
I think Gypsy Joe looks like he's up for the fight because his opponent, the quality of his opponent's high,
Yes.
and it's getting more out of him.
I would agree.
But look at the head movement of Goodjohn. He's a really good technical boxer.
Back with his longtime trainer, Steve Whitwell. They were together for the first 3 bare knuckle fights of Goodjohn's career. All 3 of those fights, victories.
I did them all, and he was invincible then. He was
Really
invincible.
was. Pro gloved. 18 of his 19 fights from 2010 to 2017. They check on Gypsy Joe. Under 2 on the clock. Round 2. Welsh bare knuckle hybrid champion, Gypsy Joe Smith, 1-0 in the Trigon.
Not one of them has been in the corner yet. They're really trying to own the center of the ring.
Tyler Goodjohn, tonight his 8th bare knuckle battle. He has never been stopped. What a pace.
Smith's up for this, so quick. Oh, great shot from Goodjohn, the body. And again, the body.
Blood under the left eye of Goodjohn. Step-in hook from Joe Smith. We got ourselves a fight.
We got a proper fight.
It's a tear-up.
He's just told him as well. Smith hit him on the back of the head again, and the referee, Clive Allison, not having it.
Heavy body shot from Goodjohn. Answered, though, by the right hand of Joe Smith.
They're trading blows, aren't they?
They really are, yeah. And Tyler Goodjohn said he's tough, game, confident. He'll be in front of his home crowd. So he said of his opponent, Joe Smith, he'll be a tough opponent. For me tonight, for anyone here at home. And maybe anywhere else in the Trigon, too.
I suppose when you go to somebody's hometown and you're on your own, that gets a little bit more out of you as well.
No question. Nearing the end of round 2. Good movement from Goodjohn. The battle continues. Round number 3. El Tornado, black and gold trunks. Gypsy Joe in the blue trunks, double jab.
You know when you ring rusty, when you've been out for a while, but he seems to have settled down from that.
Yep. Tyler talked about his heroes truly being his mom and dad. They don't love him fighting, but they do support the fact that he loves what he does and he's pretty darn good at it.
And he's got a big fight on at the moment,
yeah.
Fighting in court for his kids, to see his kids. That's a great driving force. One of our referees, of course, did a lot of his fights. He and John Lewis reffed a lot of his glove fights.
Yep. Daughter Orla, son Rowan. 2 minutes on the clock, round 3. Tough one for the judges so far.
They're both fit though and both going for it. Smith showing a lot of quality that we hadn't seen from him in the last fight.
He has raised his game to a higher level of opponent. Just missed with a step-in left hook. Slick, technical, aggressive violence. Tyler Goodjohn describing his fight style.
How quick was Smith's hands then? Bang, bang, bang.
Real
Smith combination.
And a combination returned by Goodjohn. Body shot from Joe Smith, partially landed. His daughter's name on the front of his trunks, the black and gold trunks of Tyler Goodjohn. Big right hand. Gypsy Joe ducked under the way.
Trying the body shot as well, but not having much effect on Smith, who looks unmarked, but there's a lot of marks on Goodjohn, more marks on his face than there is on Smith's.
Joe said, I bring a different style to BKB. I'm unique. He can't wait to put on a show again here tonight, and he has.
But he knows if he beats Goodjohn, he does not. People sit up and take notice of him.
No question.
Is that the same as absolutely?
Yeah.
Just check it.
You're just always right, so I just agree. Final seconds of round number 3. Body shot delivered by Gypsy Joe, answered by Tyler Goodjohn. Set for round number 4. Tyler Goodjohn. El Tornado or Tornado. I say tornado.
Tornado.
Yeah. Black and gold. Gypsy Joe, same in any region of the world. Blue trunks. Goodjohn energetic here at the start of round 4. Smith, another heavy shot. Blood coming down the right side of the face of Tyler Goodjohn.
They're trading even. I just wonder if any of them has got something special to pull out the bag. Just something special that'll win it for them. Because at the moment it's hard to decide who's in front.
It really is. His battle continues. Good head movement, but then clipped. Gypsy Joe moved his head out of the way, but then Tyler Goodjohn had an answer on the return.
What an hors d'oeuvre this is for the two big fights.
Yeah, that's right. Both for belts. Podmore the champ. Liam Rees the champ. Emil Markic the challenger. Martin Reffell the challenger. Joe Smith right in front of us. Just past the midway point of round 4. Goodjohn's all kinds of bloodied up, that scar tissue above the eyes. But he's not going anywhere. He did say, I can get drawn into a good tear-up too easily. I don't know if he had any choice tonight.
No, I don't think he had a choice. But they're both, I think, they're probably both, if you spoke to them now, both think they're winning it.
Yeah. And you could make the argument both
For
ways.
both ways, exactly.
Man, they are throwing straight from the canvas.
Can there be anything more testing than stepping into the triangle?
No. And if you don't believe us, watch a little more of this.
It takes a special sort of person to get in and fight bare knuckle.
That's why there's so much mutual respect in this game.
100%.
Boxing is a martial art.
Great head work from Tyler Goodjohn.
And he did that earlier too, as did Joe Smith. We're gonna make our way to the 5th and final round. 3 minutes remain. Black and gold for Tyler Goodjohn. Blue trunks for Joe Smith. Clive Ellison.
Wants a medic, does he?
Yep.
Wants a medic to have a look at Tyler.
That is a nasty cut above both eyes.
Okay,
but not bleeding, so great job by the cut man.
100% now. The medics give him the go-ahead to continue.
Yep.
And that's BKB. We care about the fighters.
No question. Fighter safety, paramount. Priority number 1, always has been, always will be. They stand in the pocket and trade. The pace is not slowed at all.
No, not from start to now. It's been a really good fight. It's a really good fight.
Goodjohn wants to cement his legacy as one of the biggest bare knuckle pioneers, showing kids all around the world with hard work and the right mindset, you can achieve anything. You can live your dreams.
And ain't that the truth?
It is indeed. I don't think this is a dream for either of these men. Nice left hook.
But you know, when you speak to them, they say they're living the dream.
Oh, absolutely.
This is therapy to these guys.
That's because they love what they do, Tom.
Yeah.
And many fighters came from, as Joe Smith talked about, being bullied at a young age, went into boxing, found himself a place for his sister to be protected as well. And he's a heck of a boxer.
What a story. What a story that is.
Smith turning it up here in the 5th.
I wonder what chance this is a draw.
90 seconds. No knockdowns. One-one-two from Gypsy Joe.
You know what, you realize quickly in BKB, ability is never enough.
No. Right here.
It's important, but ability needs the heart to go with it. And the chin, of course.
Of course.
The Holy Trinity.
Under a minute. Here in our catchweight featured matchup. Before our co-main and main events, both for BKB World Championships. 40 seconds.
It's got it all. We've seen speed, we've seen aggression, we've seen footwork, we've seen body shots, we've seen the lot.
Head movement.
Everything. And unable to separate them.
They both did their road work.
Ain't that the truth?
20 seconds. Uppercut. Tyler's movement is very good, but he hasn't been able to avoid everything.
No.
Looking for the big finish. Nice left hook from Goodjohn. They go the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 full rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. All 3 judges see the contest 48-47, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Tyler El Tornado Good. Goodjohn.
Great fight. Tyler Goodjohn with the unanimous decision victory, and he will visit with Gareth A. Davies.
What a fight, Tyler Goodjohn. What a performance. Back into a baptism of fire.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I just want to pay a massive respect to Joe Smith, who coming here, look, I'm a big name in bare knuckle. Look, I know there's booze and that. Look, at the end of the day, he's swinging and missing half of the time. I have a lot of scar tissue on my face, so look, it only takes a jab. But I'm not going to take thing away from Joe. That was a hell of a fight, man. He's tough.
Did you think it was a close fight while it was ongoing?
Not really. He was swinging and missing majority of the shots. Obviously, it's something that I've had to deal with a lot in my career. But the facial doubt, look, I'm in wars consistently. So the scar tissue comes undone when I fight. The blood's in my eyes. That then affects the judges and what they think. It's the way it is. Look, if you want wars all the time, expect there's going to be blood, expect there's going to be scar tissue, boys. I ain't no fucking robot, do you know what I mean? I don't just magically replenish. So, whatever. I am consistently in wars. And there you go. There was another one.
El Tornado is back. What a fight, ladies and gentlemen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Cardiff, inside the Mighty Trigon, this is your co-main event of the evening. 6 3-minute rounds for the BKB Police Gazette Diamond Bridgerweight Championship of the World. Brought to you by Clue Nicotine Pouches. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Clive Allison. Let's meet the fighters. First, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing the black trunks with gold trim, he stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 211.3 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare knuckle record of 2 victories versus no defeats. And he fights out of Mostar in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Introducing Emil, the Slavic warrior, Markic. And now his opponent, the champion, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with black trim. He stands 6 feet tall. He holds a bare knuckle record of 7 victories versus 3 defeats and 1 no contest. And he fights out of Birmingham, England, introducing the current, the reigning, the defending BKB Bridgerweight Champion of the World, Dan Big Pod Podmore.
Clive Allison, the referee. Title fight scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. Here we go. The champion in the white trunks. The challenger in the black and gold trunks.
He'll have to be at his best to stop Podmore. Markic will have to have something special to beat Podmore, because Podmore is one tough and he's a very experienced bare knuckle boxer.
All 7 of his bare knuckle wins have been by KO or TKO. Markic has finished both of his bare knuckle battles. Good shot right to the nose of the Slavic warrior early. Podmore, nice head movement.
What a great
and
double
again,
jab.
Double jab right in the same spot.
Double jab, brilliant. And this is Kennelly's effect, turning him into a boxer as well as a fighter.
And already damage to the nose of Emil Markic,
who in his last fight cut on his nose as well.
Yep. That was a heavy left, but Dan was able to lean away from the entire power coming from Markic. They are throwing.
I like his working off the jab. I love that. And as I said, that's Michael Kennelly's effect. Michael, a good boxer himself for the for the Irish Guards. You know, he knows what the game's about, and we always knew how tough Podmore was, stand his ground with anybody, but he's added ability and skill to that now.
And that's what it's all about. You have to evolve because this sport has evolved. And again, that jab has been magic.
And his footwork, by the way, for a big man, he's getting out of the way quick.
He may feel that he's not recognized to the level in which he deserves, but you recognize the ever-improving skill set of Dan Podmore.
If you win tonight, he can't be, well, not ignored, because nobody ignores him, but he's got to get that recognition he wants.
He did forget to mention Smash, but, you know.
Well, Smash is I mean, he's relentless.
Yeah, Smash is the man.
That jab's got through yet again. The left jab straight through.
And then he throws the hook, mixing it up. First tie-up, first round. 30 seconds. Swing and a miss by Markic. Podmore on the return, and again, snapping that jab.
Timeout. He really looks sharp though, Podmore, doesn't he?
Yep.
Looks really sharp.
Absolutely.
On his feet, with his hands, he looks sharp. He's having a warning though from the referee.
Bit of an open hand.
Yes.
Final seconds of the first. Podmore over 250 fights. White collar MMA, kickboxing, bare knuckle combined. Great start for the champion. It's bothersome. Keeps wiping it. Don't know if it's broken. Also a big hematoma on the left side of the face of the challenger. Very composed performance by Podmore.
Left, super left. He's getting through too often for Markic's corner to be happy with him.
It's one thing to go to train with one of the best. It's another to really embrace what you're learning and then put it on display.
And to,
Dan's
absolutely.
doing it.
And to utilize it, to actually use it.
Yep. In tight, Markic with a big left.
And the body is working as well.
I think in the big picture, Dan Podmore would be wise to stay a distance because he's been ruling this fight
it's
from
working.
distance.
It's working for him. Keep the distance. And keep the jab going.
Not that he can't fight in a phone booth, but I don't know if you want to even it out with Markic like that.
I think it suits Markic to get in close.
Yes.
But I think Podmore is looking to make a statement with a knockout.
And another shot that bothered Emil Markic.
Just win the fight.
Yeah. That's it. Defend your belt. Line up the next.
He's desperate to go to America as well.
He is.
I think he could have been there, but for visa problems, which
That's correct.
I think are now sorted.
Yep. Kind of a switch in the lineup. So we had Cub Hawkins and Jack Marshman.
Wow. Another two good tough guys there, by the way.
So Dan fighting here in the UK. Warning for back of the head. 1:10 on the clock, round 2. This is not the Podmore that you saw years ago.
No, it could be a doppelganger. Could be something different. But everything, not just fitness, skill, ability, durability, technique, it's all improved. And a lot of that is down to, since he moved from one Simon Haycock, who did him well with fitness, he's moved now for the technique to Michael Kennelly.
And he said that Fitness Factory always has the fighters in great shape.
Yeah, unbelievably so.
But when you advance in this game, you have to become a boxer without the gloves on, but you have to become a boxer, and we're seeing it on display here.
And more at the top level, the higher the level you go, you have to have more than just fitness.
He's really breaking down. 6-foot Slavic warrior Emil Markic.
Do you like the way as well Dan's going body, upper, body, jab to the face, then he'll work the body. I love it.
And by coming out and utilizing the jab so well, now he's able to mix it up.
Yeah.
This man is a winner. 6th straight title fight, round number 3. Fight scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. The champion has looked tremendous thus far. White trunks for Big Pod. Emil Markic in the black and gold.
What he's always done, Podmore, is made sure that the comeback is better than the setback.
Yes. All 7 wins, finishes. Last warning for the open hand. Dan acknowledged it right away, so my bad.
He doesn't want to point deducted at this stage.
No.
Oh, good shot
Right
again.
hand. Look at that. Doubling
Quick
up the
hands.
hook.
Quick hands. And a jab then that really hurt Markic.
This is a much different Dan Podmore than we even saw when he beat Ryan Barrett to win
100%.
the BKB Bridgerweight World Championship.
100%. He's now a better all-round fighter.
No question.
Is that the same as absolutely?
Yeah.
Just checking.
It is. No, he's not, Tom. Is that better? You're wrong again.
Absolutely. Wouldn't be the first time.
That I can agree with, meaning me too. Pace is slowed a bit. That said, keeping control of the pace is what Podmore's doing here, because he's not taking any damage.
These are big guys though, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Oh, both connected.
Because at this weight, one good punch can end the fight. Either way.
Either way.
But I'm really impressed with the jab, the use of the jab from Podmore. Absolutely brilliant.
And Dan said the technical wasn't there, now it is. I've fallen in love in a whole different way with this sport. And he plans on being on top for a long time.
Who's he going to have to fight then? Talk to me.
Dorian Darcher's going to chase him down in the parking lot.
Nah.
Other than that, no, I didn't mean it literally.
No, I know
but
what you're
he
saying.
does want that.
Who in America is going to fight him?
Yeah, it's a good question. Good question. Jerome Hatch might move up to Bridgerweight.
Wow, there you go. Now that'd be a fight.
That would be. He talked about it after his last win, back-to-back overhand rights from the hatchet, wins.
Oh, do you see him then? He's just shouted to Markic, come on. He wants him to fight him. Wow.
Our Hall of Fame matchmaker, Mel Valenzuela, just texted me, I have some playmates for Podmore stateside. Oh yeah, they're lining up.
Thanks for listening, Mel.
Yeah, thank you. Of course. The Hall of Famer is our matchmaker. Does a great job. Jim Freeman.
Both
the
of them
same
together.
here in the UK, and they do work together.
They work
They're a
together
family.
brilliantly.
There's that jab again to establish the start of round number 4.
Nobody knows fighters in this country better than Jim Freeman.
And I would say the same for Mel Valenzuela in the United States of America. Boom with the right hand. Just that slip and rip. Boom, right on cue. Slip and rip. That was a clean punch to the eye. He is breaking Markic down.
Slowly but surely. And that slip and move, look, the feet slip and move.
Yep. Good.
Now, there's the difference. He got hit and straight away he came back with a punch.
Yes.
Counter punching, excellent.
A good Irish lad, Michael Conley in the States. You look at him and then you look at Peter Welch from Saudi, and they always say, smart feet, smart fighter, slip and rip.
100%.
How about Cody East as a possibility?
Wow, there you go.
Coming off what is maybe the greatest fight ever. What a battle it was.
He's got to win this first.
He does. Thank you, Mel.
But he is looking sharper than I've seen him,
He is.
Dan Podmore.
He is.
Great feet. And I'm not sure, but I can't see a mark on him.
No.
See his head movement as well, he's good. picking his punches.
Nice. Moved to the side a bit, landed the body shot.
That jab, the use of that jab is as good as he's ever been for Dan Podmore.
1-2, and he covers up. Maybe a little bit of an accidental eye poke. Big Pod working through it. Yep, see him wiping the left eye, little blood. It's bothering Dan a little bit, Tom.
Have I got this right, or is it not?
Ooh, that is the best
that's a great
jab thrown tonight by Markic. That snapped his head back. Slavic Warrior said, hey, don't forget, Big Pod, I'm a warrior.
I was just beginning to wonder, with watching that start of that round, whether or not he got it still in him, Markic, and then he comes back with that.
Yeah. So the answer would be
yes.
Yes, he does. Best round thus far for the challenger.
No.
These two don't mind it.
It takes a special breed, doesn't it?
Yes.
A special courage, a special type of person to want to get in this ring.
That's why anybody who gets in is already a winner.
But you know, sitting in front of TV, we can all be great fighters.
Absolutely. We can break it down, we can tell them what they did wrong,
yeah.
Tell them what we would have done,
yeah.
But not have the ability to ever do it.
100%.
Fifth round. Round number 4 was the best for the challenger. Early on, it was all Big Pod. Get off the line. Michael Kennelly just said to Dan, get off the line. Get off the line, Dan.
That's a good cornerman who spots it. A good cornerman, a good trainer.
Nice left hook by the Slavic Warrior. 2 minutes on the clock, round 5. Title fight, 6 3-minute rounds. Podmore the champ, looking for his first title defense.
He certainly made a mark this last round, doesn't he? Round and a half, Markic.
And again, Markic, now it's Markic's jab that's landing. Body from Podmore. It's going to be a potentially long 4.5 minutes for both men. Now bloodied up is the champion.
But look at Markic, he's come forward all the time.
Yep.
Just a forward, front foot. Oh, great combination.
Great 1-1-2 answer from Big Pod. This is why BKB and the Mighty Trigon are the top of the game, the trendsetters, the future for this great sport. The oldest form of combat, modern day, it is as enjoyable as any to be part of, and definitely to have the seat that you and I have, Tom.
Incredibly privileged to sit here and watch these guys. And John L. Sullivan, he was the epitome of bare knuckle boxing. I remember him saying he'd rather fight than go to a funeral. Although he did fight at a funeral once.
I'm sure he did. Fought in 100 degrees for about 3 hours. Final 30 seconds of the 5th round. Championship rounds still to come. Much more even in the 4th and 5th than it was early.
But a great fight nonetheless.
Yeah, no knockdowns. 6-round fight.
Yet.
Just saying. I have him ahead. I just don't know if it's 4-1, 3-2, but it doesn't matter what we think.
No.
What really matters is what's going to happen in these final 3 minutes.
100%.
6th and final round. The champion in the white trunks. The challenger in the black and gold trunks. Both men bloodied, swollen, but not beaten.
It's
far from it.
It's interesting because his corner would have said to him, listen, you're winning, keep out of trouble, don't get hit. Markic should have been told, you've got to go for it. So who knows what's going to happen here?
But if you stay passive, potentially give away a round because of not being on the offense.
Then who knows?
Then who knows?
But for Markic, I think without a doubt he's got to risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah. But man, after the damage he took in the first 3 rounds,
Wow, yes.
to come back the way he did in the 4th, very even round 5, and 2 minutes remain in our co-main event for the Bridgerweight World Championship.
And both look like they've been in a fight.
Because they have.
Because they have, exactly right. But how good is the matchmaking?
Oh, it's tremendous. Well, it also is the roster that has been built
there you go.
by our leaders, top to bottom. Good combination, finishing with the left hand there by Big Pod. Midway point of the 6th and final round. Double jab, right hand lands for Markic.
They always say sometimes it's better to finish better than start the fight better, you know what I mean?
Leave that impression.
Because judges can be influenced by the final rounds.
Dan's certainly not passive here
no.
in the 6th and final round. 1 minute on the clock. Double jab from Podmore, then from Markic. Markic landed, and again he landed. They tie up with 40 seconds.
They're two tired fighters.
They are. And you said about midway point of the fight, no damage.
And
on
now
the
look
face
at
of
him.
Podmore? Yeah.
Now look at him.
"20 seconds remain."
This has been a great fight, Mike.
What you want in a title fight.
No quarter ass given or expected.
Looks like this title fight is going to go the distance. It will be in the hands of the judges.
Both Podmore eyes are closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 full championship rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Judge number 1 sees the contest 58-57, while our second and third judges see it 58-56, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, and still the BKB Police Gazette Diamond Bridgerweight Champion of the World, Big Pod, Dan Podmore.
That dominance early, even without a knockdown, earned Podmore some 10-8s.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Vale Arena here in Cardiff, this is your main event of the evening. 6 3-minute rounds for the BKB Police Gazette Diamond Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Andy Albrighton. This main event is brought to you by Vortex Competitions. So, to those of you watching around the world, to those of you joining us right here in Cardiff, Wales, are you ready to make history? Let's meet the fighters. First, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with purple trim. He stands 5 feet, 11 inches tall. He holds a bare-knuckle record of 6 victories versus 2 defeats. And he fights out of Peterborough, England, introducing the Rebel, Martin Reffell. And now his opponent, the defending champion, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with black and light blue trim. He stands 5 feet, 9 inches tall. He holds a perfect, undefeated bare-knuckle record of 4 victories, opposite no defeats. And he fights out of Swansea, Wales. He is the current, he is the reigning, he is the defending BKB Super and gentlemen, Liam Rees.
Before you know what I expect, keep your fingers closed at all times. Listen to my instructions, okay? As long as one of you's got an arm free, I'm going to let you work. When you lock up with 2 arms, I'll break you, okay? So touch them up.
BKB's Super Welterweight title is on the line. Here we go. The champion, fighting out of Swansea, Wales, in the white and blue. White with purple trim for the challenger.
Amazing this morning at breakfast and yesterday. These two are joking, laughing, having a sit-down, chatting with their wives, and now they're going to beat each other up.
Mutual respect.
Correct.
Ninth bare knuckle bout for the Rebel, never been stopped.
By his own admission, he's not the most skillful, but what he is a fighter. He loves fighting. The more technical and skillful and slick is probably Rees. But this is a clash of skills, a clash of styles. Who knows what we're going to get?
And man, was that a perfect right to the jaw of Scott McHugh to earn him the belt.
Wow, wasn't it just? But look at the pace already.
Yeah. Southpaw. Liam Rees will switch his stance.
Correct.
We've seen it before, we see it here. He is unbeaten in his bare knuckle career, 4-0.
And he's beat some good guys as well, by the way.
Absolutely. Corey Healy, who was here tonight, unfortunately didn't fight. Joe Fitzpatrick, who was in a title fight against the Hitman. Smudger Smith. Of course, Scott McHugh, one of the best.
When you're fighting somebody like Reffell, right, what you've got to remember is there's no time to think, because while you're thinking, he's hitting you.
Yeah.
So you've got to match him.
Rocky switching the stance a lot here early. They work in the clinch.
But that's only effective, switching your stance, if you then step outside so you negate what the other guy can offer. It's no good keeping your same stance as a orthodox, just switching your way you fight. He's got to move his feet. He's smiling at him as well, Reffell.
That's why he's the Rebel. Start boxing, lads. "20 seconds. Main event. 6 3-minute rounds.
They're going at it now. Good clinching and punching from Rees.
Already a physical matchup. Set for the start of round number 2. The champion, white and blue. The challenger, white with the purple trim. Liam Rees, Martin Reffell.
Reffell had to have work done on his, just above his left eye, or just below his left eye as well. Just had a lot of work done in the interim after the first round.
Both of these competitors talked about not just fight of the night, fight of the year, maybe the best fight of all time. Time will tell. Hard to top that first one between Smash and Knuckle.
For sure.
Left lands for Rocky.
He's switching all the time now.
Changing levels.
But Reffell's at his most dangerous when you think you've got him cornered.
Dan Podmore had the Slavic Warrior cornered But he had a little left, didn't he?
Just a touch.
Two men who respect each other, but two men who expect to leave with the diamonds and gold. Rocky would remain the champ. Nice uppercut.
Blood from
Body.
blood from the mouth or nose of Rees. Not really settled into any rhythm yet, have they, in terms of point scoring?
Which quite often has to do with a lot of mutual respect.
Yeah.
Good avoidance by Reffell.
No backhand, says the referee.
Liam Rees said becoming a champion has brought big changes to his life. He made the sacrifices, worked hard. Now he's working even harder. No backward steps.
Crowd are right behind Rocky Rees, the local lad.
Creative there, 30 seconds.
I do worry that Rees is because it's in front of his own crowd, he's looking for a knockout. Sometimes you have to fight the fight, not the occasion.
Yep. You hunt the knockout, many times you find yourself on the canvas.
Yeah.
Good jab from the southpaw stance. Martin Reffell's wife, Sadie, in his corner tonight. This is round 3 of our main event of the evening.
And she's a good fighter as well, by the way.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's livened up now.
Reffell, father of 6, he said, brilliant girls.
These are two likeable guys, you know.
Starting to pick it up here, Tom.
For sure. Pace has stepped up.
The ref had to wipe the sweat out of his eyes that time.
Yeah.
I know, it's not funny. To you and John, it's not.
He keeps shouting at him, Reffell.
That's the gamesmanship, though.
Yeah.
He's always had it.
Yeah, he doesn't.
And you would know better than I. You've called every one of his fights.
He doesn't know. He has no conception about losing. He's lost, but he has no conception about losing when he fights. He's just coming looking for you all the time.
He did say he's never been hit harder than at the Indigo at the O2, the International Cup, when he was hit by Ryan Jett.
Yeah. He was a good fighter, Ryan Jett.
Yeah. Coming off a disappointing result. Ryan Jett with that athleticism, though, wants to stay in the mix. Right now, Rees wants to stay with that belt around his waist.
But since that defeat, he's won a couple of old BKB titles.
Yep.
And then he's won 3 on the spin.
That's what it's about. I mean, his British title shot, Martin Reffell's, was against Scott McHugh on 3 days' notice, and they went the distance. Final minute of round 3.
Have I got this wrong? Please tell me if I have. They both look really tired.
They do.
Could that be like the nervous energy all drained out, draining the...
A lot of adrenaline.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Big swing and a miss by the champ. Good work to the body by Liam Rees. Liam Rees taking over the latter part of this round 3.
He's always trying to find, there you go, that big left hook, the big right over the top. He's looking for the big finish. They both wanted to give up, they'd give that much. You remember the fight?
Absolutely.
Might have been the rumble in the jungle, but it was one of them.
Might have been called that. Rees and Reffell. Round 4, white and blue for the man from Swansea, Wales. Peterborough, England. Martin Reffell, the white with the purple trim. Switching the stance a lot. Still in this title fight is the champion.
That switching stance. Oh, good body shot.
Both men breathing out of their mouth. Nice left.
Heavy breathing as well, because they've really fought at a pace, haven't they?
Yeah.
He can hear the crowd, Rocky, 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 and he's fighting to the crowd. It looks to me as if he's trying to impress the crowd and get a big knockout.
1 point.
Whoa.
Backhand, 1 point deducted for the backhand in which he was warned.
It was told first.
Yep. That's huge.
Well, in a close fight, it's very important.
1 point deducted, round 4. Still over a minute on the clock here in the 4th. Just missed.
Great work from Reffell to get out of the way, though.
He's hard to hit.
Isn't that a great tactic? Avoid getting hit?
Yeah, kind of the key.
Oh, he's
hit your opponent and don't get hit.
Now he's bleeding profusely. Rees.
Coming forward again. Gotta be careful. Oh, if that nose is broken and he just cleared it, not a good idea. 30 seconds.
I think he's struggling to make any decent impact now, Rocky. He's struggling to make any impact. He's going through a lot of motion, but he's not hurting Reffell.
But is Reffell hurting him?
Well, the nose says he is.
The nose says, but, I mean, the whole 4 rounds of work.
That's the difference. But then I'm looking at the face of Reffell. Look, the mark on his right cheek.
Close fight. Point deducted from Liam Rees. Warned about the backhand. Point deducted in round number 4. Our title fight continues. Main event of the evening. Good start for Liam Rees. Round 5. White and blue for Rocky, the Rebel. The white with purple trim.
I think we're definitely at the point of who wants it most.
Yeah. And what is the mindset now of Liam Rees, knowing that he had a point deducted in round 4 of a very close fight?
Correct. There has been a lot of misses. And when you throw that punch and miss, your energy is used. More than when you connect.
Not quite the bounce and the step of either fighter, but we've watched it. Quite understandable.
It's grueling, isn't it? What they're
really,
going through. It's grueling. And he keeps switching that stance and then jabbing as he switches.
Good combination right in front of us. Good uppercut. Nice flurry by Liam Rees there.
He's finding a little bit more, isn't he?
Yep.
A little bit more from somewhere. He's digging very deep at the moment.
Just past the midway point of round number 5. Again with the uppercut from the clinch. Rocky with those hands down.
Oh, better. It's almost he switches after every shot.
Yeah. Has it confused Martin Reffell? Not entirely.
No. It might confuse a boxer more than it confuses somebody like Reffell who just come forward.
Yeah. He does say he is a slick, old-school fighter, awkward at times.
But look at Reffell's face as well.
Yep. Rees unbeaten in his white-collar boxing career, 13-0. 4-0 without the gloves on. 15 seconds on the clock.
And it's a joy to watch fight. Rocky Rees, an absolute joy. As is Reffell.
Sixth and final round. 3 minutes remain. The belt is on the line.
Good shot. Great shot from Rees. Great shot. Body shot.
Needed.
Great shot. He might have ended it there. He might have ended it. It's over.
It is all over! Liam Rocky Rees remains the BKB Super Welterweight World Champion.
Wow. We did talk, didn't we, about the debilitating body shot that can end a fight. Everybody wants the big knockout. Everybody wants the shot on the jaw, but that can end a fight. And that's the best shot in the whole fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Andy Albrighton calls a stop to this contest at 26 seconds of the 6th and final round, declaring your winner by knockout and still the BKB Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Liam Rocky Rees.
6th round finish for the defending champion. Scott Burt, our CEO Greg Bloom, helping to celebrate along with Rocky Rees. What a great night for him to do it here at home.
And he looks delighted as well.
Delighted now, relieved a moment ago, Tom. He will visit with Gareth A. Davis.
Well, I'm chasing the champion around the Trigon. Liam, we've only got a couple of minutes. What a tough, grueling, debilitating fight that was.
That was a fucking war. You know what I mean? That was a big war. And he's a tough bugger. But one shot we've been working on all camp is 2 light to the head, 1 left hook to the body. It's all we've been practicing. And he said, it'll fucking come, don't try it. And he didn't even try it. 6th round before it go late and I went a bit fucked. Pop, pop, little left hook to the body, good night. It worked.
Great commentary, better than Mike and Tom there, to be honest. Brilliant performance by you. What do you want next?
A vacation with my family and kids first. And I also want to say thank you to my family first. And all the supporters that cover me a lot. The sponsors, newest sponsor on board, Vortex for that. Thank you, everyone. And the next, I want to go up a weight and we have LT Smash, or stay at my weight and we'll have Robert Duran. Robert Duran Jr., we'll have him next.
So you like the idea of middleweight with Smash?
I'd like to go up a weight, because we're 2 times world champion at 2 different weights.
But if that's not the case, I know Robert Duran's back in action, and I know we got the Ice Rink Arena in November time, so I'll have him there.
Liam Smith, everybody, give him a huge round of applause. Gentlemen, back to you.
It all started with Dan Lerwell. Quick work back to his winning ways. Martin McDonough. Red was where it is. Ash Williams, Keiron Harding, Tyler Goodjohn, Dan Podmore, and Liam Rees. For Gareth A. Davies, Big Mo, and my partner Tom Ross, Mike Goldberg saying so long until next time. We see you right back here inside the Trigon.